Even for me, this is a bit too much drama, but we have to address it because one of the original creators of Halo, Marcus Lehto, liked this tweet implying a lot of truth to it. 343 laid off Joe Staten, according to Haley on Twitter, and Paul Bertone, the original creators of Halo, who did a lot of Halo CE story and mission design, and then they decided to do a remaster, not confirmed, of the game without its creators. What an insult. I hope the studio gets shut down, they say. Guys, we have a whole post of Haley talking about the reality of working at 343 and how they hated Bungie back in the day. If it is true, however, and Marcus might not know, he might know and have liked the comment knowing, but we don't know what's going on here. But if 343 did fire Joseph Staten from working on Halo 7, that is absurd. I would be outraged, okay, if that's true. That would be insane. But Marcus Lehto replied to Ryan McCaffrey, I believe from IGN, where he talked about how a Halo CE remaster is pointless, right? Well, Marcus Lehto, one of the original creators of Halo, said this: what if missions and weapons and characters and storyline elements were reintegrated along with more contemporary core mechanics that improve gameplay while remaining faithful to the original? If there is truly a remaster, as sources have confirmed via Verge on Microsoft, right? Sources have said that there is a Unreal Engine remake coming in the near future. It's in the early stages, but we know that 343 said that there is some projects in development back in December last year. So certainly 343 is working on more than just Halo 7. But what did Haley say here, right? This post is pretty negative, pretty dramatic. I try to stay away from these more spicy posts where they call out individuals at 343, things like that. But just take a grain of salt with the following, right? There is evidence for a lot of this, but I will talk about that. So last night, Marcus Lehto, the co-creator of Halo, liked my post. It was just before he mentioned the Halo C remaster. By the way, Marcus is obsessed with Halo 1. He is always there when Halo 1 is talked about. It makes sense why he would want to be a part of this discussion, right? Well, Haley says, I want to share something that no one else knows. 343 didn't want Marcus. They made it clear to both him and Marty, I'm thinking Marty O'Donnell, that there was nothing for them at 343. I keep seeing fans saying that 343 should hire them, so I just wanted to let people know. There's a lot of reasons I do not like this company, but there are some good people there too. Absolutely, of course, right? I mean, we know this. Obviously, leadership and some kind of culture design choices by leadership is what's, I think, hurting Halo and 343. But there is evidence for this, right? They recasted Master Chief and Cortana. They had to make them audition again for their roles in Halo 4, believe it or not. There was also pretty much a lot of indicators back in the day, publicly but also privately, that we heard. And I remember talking about this over 10 years ago, that 343 was anti-Bungie. They wanted to make their own legacy. They wanted to be different. Basically, in a nutshell, it was an ego trip. From what I can tell, they hated Bungie. They wanted to be cool. They wanted to be known for making Halo better than Bungie. And how did that turn out? What is 343's legacy again? Remind me what that is, guys. Anyway, it's because 343 have done a lot of bad things that no one knows about. I know some things that I've never talked about publicly, some for legal reasons, but I do plan in the future. So from my understanding, Haley is someone that actually worked on Halo back in the day, the person that's making this post. I think Halo 2, I'm not quite sure about that. Honestly, I think this person is kind of, I don't know, catfishing a little bit, but that's just like the general theory out there. But anyway, it's not just what they've done to Halo, they say. It's also how they've treated the original creators. Some at 343 have downplayed their contributions, trashed their games, and mocked their fans. So there was Hardy LaBelle, Halo CE multiplayer lead designer, tried to reach out to 343 a long time ago, but they made it clear to him they wanted nothing to do with him. Now this is something that I've heard and has been confirmed via my own source, and that basically 343 has always held this attitude where they've been anti-Bungie and they don't really appreciate the legacy of Halo. And there is actually some interesting stuff here where they talk about how 343 never wanted the original devs working with them. They only brought Joe Staten on after the disastrous Halo Infinite reveal. Joe offered to help Bonnie and steer 343 in the right direction as a favor, but they decided to hire him instead because they knew that they were in real trouble and needed his expertise. But despite Joe being one of the creators of Halo, some idiots still pushed back against some of his ideas. So, yeah, absolutely. There's this attitude at 343 where a lot of people just did not want Bungie interfering with them. They knew that they had different ideas about what they wanted to do with the series, and which makes all of the stuff, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, I think, ultimately avoidable. I think it was avoidable. I think it was very clear from the vidocs with Halo 4 that they were purposely going out of their way to push back against Bungie as some kind of power trip or ego trip. I don't really know why there was this resentment against Bungie, but there was. Paul Russell, one of Halo's former environment artists who gave Halo its name, once applied for a job at 343. They made him wait in the parking lot for an hour after the interview. Their lead artist came out and said they'd call him back, but never did. Later, a friend on the inside told Paul, "Sorry, no Bungie people." I actually do remember hearing about this through rumors and stuff, but this seems actually like something that did happen. There might be evidence for that, pretty clear evidence from that, or claims. But yeah, we also have Alex, which I believe is now a community manager at 343, or just the writer. I'm not quite sure. This person allegedly did not like Halo 3, and I guess Halo 2, because there was references of something that rhymes with grape in Halo 2 with Miranda and Tartarus, which 343 were also really mean to Jeff Steitzer. I also have heard similar things. They tried to replace him and made him aware of it, which upset him. Jeff wants to keep the details of it private, though. It's no secret that 343 also tried to replace Steve Downes and Jen Taylor. Yep, that's public information. The voices of Master Chief and Cortana. There were also many more things and stories that people don't know of. Jamie, also former Halo design lead, even recently said that 343's relationship with Bungie was unnecessarily hostile, which confirmed a lot of things I've been saying for a while. This is what I've heard too, and this is what I've seen. And it's been implied through videos, it's been implied through vidocs. I don't know why, but this is, it's all bringing about this kind of debate about like what's going on with this Halo 1 remaster. We're hearing about, sources are saying that it's in the early stages of a complete Unreal Engine remaster. Now, Marcus Lehto did mention cut missions, weapons, characters. I think it definitely has a shot at being successful, especially if it's something that is going to be relaunched to new audiences, like PC and PS5. These are places that, could actually, be really excited to be exposed to Halo in a new way for the first time, as well as Xbox fans. I already know Halo 1's on PC for quite a while, but still, a remake is definitely going to at least introduce the PlayStation and possibly the Nintendo Switch or the new Nintendo console to a complete new series, right? That they could actually really fall in love with. So that's kind of exciting, but I would rather see Halo 3 Anniversary, or I would rather see something else, honestly, anything else but Halo 1. I'm so tired of the Halo 1 simping. Let's be honest, and I'm going to get crucified for saying this, but like, Halo 1 is outdated, okay? Yes, it was classic and iconic for the day, but like, can we please give it a break? I feel like that's been half of what I've talked about for the past 13 years, is because they keep basing all the Halo games off Halo 1, and there was some magic there for sure, but please, let's move forward. Let's come up with something new. I think it's possible to come up with something great that honors Halo 1, but without the whole thing being based on Halo 1, right? I mean, come on, please. Anyways, guys, what did you think about all this? Do you think 343 hates Bungie? And why do you think all this is the way it is? Let me know, and what you think the future of Halo looks like, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.